In 1963, in a quiet town in central Turkey, a man picked up a sledgehammer to renovate his basement. He knocked the wall down. Behind it was not soil, not rock, but a dark carved room that no map recorded. The room led to a tunnel. The tunnel led to more tunnels. The tunnels led down, and kept going down. What he had broken into was Derinkuyu, an underground city 18 stories deep, descending 280 feet below his floorboards. It was built to hold 20,000 people, and it had been sitting under an ordinary town, completely forgotten. Which raises the real questions. Who carves a city into the earth? Why? And how does the world forget it exists? Descend the stairs and Derinkuyu unfolds like a vertical town. Living quarters near the surface, where the air was freshest. Below them, stables for livestock, cellars, storage rooms, wine and oil presses, and kitchens with tandoor ovens still used in Cappadocia. The deepest levels held storage and, records note, a dungeon. Even an underground city apparently needed a jail. Fresh air came from thousands of narrow ventilation shafts, feeding every level. One central shaft plunges 180 feet, and here is the detail that gives it away. Giant rolling stone doors, sealing the city, operable only from the inside. Each floor could be shut off separately. This wasn't just a shelter. It was a machine for disappearing. Start with the ground itself. Cappadocia sits on volcanic tuff, ash from ancient eruptions, compressed into soft, carvable stone. The carvers left thick support pillars as they went. In all the centuries since, not one of Derinkuyu's floors has ever caved in. So who were they? The honest answer, after 60 years of study, nobody knows for certain. Some archaeologists point to the Hittites, around 4,000 years ago. Others credit the Phrygians, around the 8th century BC. The oldest written clue is from the Greek historian Xenophon. Anatolian houses dug underground, entered through well-like mouths, people climbing down by ladder. Under Byzantine rule, Christians expanded it into a true city, and between the 8th and 12th centuries it faced its greatest test. Arab raiding armies swept across Anatolia. Entire towns fled underground, sealed those stone doors, and vanished from the surface. For centuries, the pattern repeated. Seljuk invasions, Mongol incursions, wave after wave, and each time, the town simply went below. It was still being used in living memory. Into the early 20th century, local Greeks sheltered there during periods of persecution. A visiting Cambridge linguist recorded that when news of massacres reached the area, residents still reflexively headed for the tunnels. Then, in 1923, Greece and Turkey exchanged their minority populations, and the Cappadocian Greeks, who knew the city intimately, left. Above ground, life went on. Basements were walled up. Within a single generation, a city for 20,000 became a rumor. Then nothing. 40 years of silence followed. A metropolis under everyone's feet, and nobody knew. Until one man picked up a sledgehammer. After the discovery, excavation moved fast. In 1969, 6 years after that first tunnel, Derinkuyu opened to the public. More than 200 underground settlements dot Cappadocia, and by one count, only 6 have been properly excavated. Entire cities may wait unentered. A city with schools, churches, wine presses, and jails. Every institution of the surface, rebuilt in the dark. And its greatest mystery survives. We walk its halls, date its walls, and still cannot say who first began to dig. All of it waited behind one basement wall. Next time, the country that drowned, the lost land beneath the North Sea.